The Merck Schools Board of Education meeting number 1527 is now called to order. Dr. Lake, do we have any changes to the agenda?
We do not.
Okay, may I have a motion to approve the agenda as presented?
Second.
Motion by Kathy, second by
Jen.
Jen. Okay. As with all these virtual meetings, we'll take a vote. Roll call. Mike Shamia, yes. Karen Schuster.
Yes.
Matt Alonso.
Yes.
Christy Watts.
Yes.
Jennifer Miller.
Yes.
Dr. Mike Tischlis.
Yes.
And Dr. Kathy Carlock-Laurent.
Yes.
All right, motion passes 7-0. Now we'll move to the Pledge of Allegiance. So stand if you're able. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. So again, in order to meet the current St. Louis County guidelines, we are meeting in a social distance school environment with just the cabinet and board members only to reduce the spread of COVID-19. But this meeting is streaming online via the district's YouTube channel. Now we'll move to 4.0, which is special recognitions. And tonight we have Sappington Elementary School.
An honor to be here tonight. Thank you to our board for taking the time to recognize our Sappington honorees. Tonight, we will recognize 2 Sappington students and our 2020 Teacher of the Year and Support Staff Person of the Year. However, before we start the recognitions, I must give a shout out to all of the Sappington students for doing a snow dance yesterday. We got our snow day today. Thank you, Sappington students. I am going to start by recognizing our 4th grade student, Zan. Zan is a 4th grade art student, and her teacher, Mrs. Snellen, describes her as an empathetic, talented, and hard-working student. Zan is always ready to work as a team and volunteers to help students if they are in need. She is always willing to share her screen to help with technology issues and will even stop what she is doing to draw a picture of exactly what keys or buttons to press for a student in need. Zan always finds ways to deepen her own learning and understanding by studying new topics, writing books, and practicing outside of class time. Her love for Abraham Lincoln and willingness to share her knowledge has sparked many students' interest in studying historical figures. When working as a team with other students, Zan is respectful and incorporates the team's ideas into her own work, not just her own. She incorporates it into everyone's work. She uses empathy to put herself in others' shoes to try and understand their point of view while working together. Zan is a very deserving student because of her dedication, respect, and empathy towards everyone she meets. We are so proud to recognize you, Zan, and we truly appreciate for you always being a Sappington leader. I'm now going to turn it over to Mr. Norton.
Hey, congratulations, Zan. We're going to move on to our next student, Mikey Willick. Mikey, can you wave at us so everybody sees you there? There's Mikey. Mikey Willick. Mikey is one of our incredible 5th grade students in Miss Timmerman's class this year. Mikey is always positive and wants others to be around him to be happy. He lifts spirits of everyone around him. Mikey loves working with Rubik's Cubes at school, and he loves teaching his classmates all the different challenging ways to solve them. Mikey also has a great sense of humor. He saw the need to liven up our morning announcements this year. And so now we start each morning with a joke sent in by Mikey, and we call it Mikey Makes Us Laugh. of which our students look forward to each and every day. We're so thankful for the many gifts that Mikey shares with our school community. And this evening, I am proud, we are proud to recognize Mikey as one of our exceptional students at Sappington. Congratulations, Mikey, we're really proud of you. All right, we're gonna move on to our support staff person of the year, Miss Jacqueline Fector. There you are, Jacqueline, you can give us a wave. There's Jacqueline. So I'm honored to recognize one of our amazing staff members, Miss Jacqueline Fector, who has been with us at Lindbergh for 5 years now. Sappington is so fortunate to have Jacqueline as a paraprofessional in our school. Her connections with students are unmatched. Dr. Parker and I have observed her abilities for many years. Jacqueline has a way of reaching out to students that struggle with communication. She is our go-to staff member whenever a student is having difficulty with the transition of drop-off or saying goodbye to parents whenever they're coming into our school for the day. She makes the students feel so safe and so secure and welcome. And we are so proud of her for that work, just right there to welcome our students into the school. In addition, she knows the names of multiple students within the building and makes it a point to say hello and call them by their name. Throughout the school day, she never seems to lose motivation or energy, no matter how difficult the challenges are. Jacqueline never hesitates to jump in where and whenever she is needed. She's exceptional in every way. Dr. Parker and I are so proud that Jacqueline is representing Sappington as our 2020 Support Staff Person of the Year. Jacqueline, congratulations. We're so proud of you. Would you like to say a word or two?
Thank you all for nominating me. Thank you, Lindbergh Board of Education, Holly Slavic, and all the wonderful kids I work with every day. This award is truly an honor to me. Being a paraprofessional comes with its own set of challenges every day, but working with these children is engaging and rewarding. Thank you again so much for this award. It means so much to me.
Congratulations, Jacqueline. Now I am so honored to present our 2020 Teacher of the Year, Miss Stephanie Giacopelli. Stephanie has been with Lindbergh Schools for 9 years. She always radiates a positive attitude throughout the school day. She is always looking for ways to work as a team to support what's best for all students. She has co-taught social emotional lessons with our classroom teachers to help our students understand and identify their zone of regulation. Stephanie is always willing to collaborate, help differentiate, give suggestions for taking data, and brings contagious enthusiasm. You can always find Stephanie with a smile. She is just always willing to help anyone in need, colleagues and students and families. Stephanie is a true collaborator and professional. Congratulations again, Stephanie Giacopelli, our 2020 Teacher of the Year. Stephanie, would you like to say a few words?
Yes, first of all, thank you so much. I wanted to extend a warm thank you to my whole team at Sappington. It truly is an honor to be nominated by such talented professionals that I have the honor to work with every day. I can't say enough about my team at Sappington, so thank you, thank you. Also, thank you to all my family who were able to join this evening. I see some of my family joining from Florida and from South City, so I've got family from all over joining on this Zoom. I sincerely appreciate all of your support, especially across this last year. We've been through some challenges and some unexpected losses this year, so just thank you for being there as my support system. And then lastly, a big shout out to my social emotional learning team at Sappington. So Jillian Scobie, Dory Busby, and Amy Kraft. Together, we've been able to create some wonderful learning experiences for our kids, especially last year and this year with all the changes we're all dealing with. So it's just been wonderful to work with them. It's truly an honor to represent Sappington as Teacher of the Year. Thank you so much.
Congratulations again, Zan. Mikey, Jacqueline, and Stephanie. Later this week, School Board President, Mr. Shamia, and Dr. Lake will come to Sappington to present your awards and take a picture with you. Also, we would love to acknowledge all of our guests that were able to attend and celebrate with you. The good thing about this virtual world is that we're able to have relatives from Florida joining us. Mr. Norton and I would like to take a moment to recognize our school board. We know that next week is School Board Recognition Week, so we wanted to wish you a happy School Board Recognition Week. We'll celebrate you next week. We do want to tell our school board we are so honored to have your support with our staff, our students, and our community. Thank you for all of your support. Back to you, Mr. Shamia.
Thank you so much. Another round of applause for the honorees. That's great stuff.
That's awesome.
And like she said, unfortunately, since they can't join us, Dr. Lake and I will make a visit to Sappington Elementary later this week and acknowledge those honorees and pass out their certificates. Right?
Yes. I think it's tomorrow, actually.
Tomorrow? Okay. So we'll move to 5.0, which is special resolutions and commendations. We do have one. It's the National School Social Work Week, which is March 7th through 13th. And maybe you've all seen that, the importance that they play in the lives of students. So I may have a motion to approve the resolution as presented.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Jen, second by Karen. Roll call vote, Mike Shamia, yes. Karen Schuster,
Yes.
Matt Alonso,
Yes.
Christy Watts,
Yes.
Jennifer Miller,
Yes.
Dr. Mike Tishless, and Dr. Kathy Kogler-Renz.
Yes.
Motion passes 7-0. Thank you, guys. We'll move on to 6.0, which is the citizen comments regarding agenda items. Currently, we're not able to be present with citizens, so any comments should be forwarded via email to boe@lindberghschools.ws, and they would then be answered in writing following the meeting. We did not receive any comments regarding agenda items for this meeting. 7.0, communications. So, Mr. Secretary, we'll start with the calendar of events.
Okay, so as a reminder, there will be no school this Friday, February 12th. Our staff will be participating in professional learning that day. Also, in observation of the President's Day holiday on Monday, February 15th, the district will be closed, including offices and schools. Then we have some various committee meetings, the Board Advisory Committee meetings. So Student Life is meeting on February 18th, Technology on the 22nd, Teaching and Learning on the 23rd, and then Finance on March 4th. And then we also do have 2 Lindbergh Speaker Series coming up. Those are all held virtually. We have one on February the 16th and another one on March the 2nd. And then we'll be back here again on March 9th for our next meeting.
All right, thank you. So we'll move to 7.02, which is report of meetings. This is an opportunity for board members to report any meetings that they were in, whether they be state meetings, parent meetings, in-person, virtual, whatever you may have attended. Does anybody have anything they want to report, meeting-wise?
I just want to say it's super nice to sit in a new gym with bleachers and just take pictures of, the kiddos, and the kids are having a great time playing basketball and cheering, and several comments about how wonderful it looks. So thank you to the board and to Dr. Lake and whomever else. So it's really awesome.
Very nice. Anyone else? Okay. 7.03 announcements. We have no announcements, so we'll move to the review of the upcoming Board of Education meetings. Mr. Secretary.
Yep, so our next meeting, like I said, is going to be on March 9th. It is our regular meeting at 7 p.m. It will be streamed again via the district's YouTube page. We will be hearing the first reading of the Rights and Responsibilities Handbook for the 2021-2022 school year. And then we'll have our usual business that that night as well.
All right, thank you. 7.05, we have no board member appointments, so 7.06, which is the MSBA report, which we normally play for you in in-person meetings, but currently you can visit the board docs website, which is in the Lindbergh Schools under the Board of Education page, and we encourage you to go view that monthly report from MSBA. Now we'll move to 8.0.
Mr. Shamia, I think we need to go back to announcements.
Okay.
I think you need to announce the 2 board members
Oh,
that are
that's
running.
right.
Yeah, we had one in there.
Thank you for that.
Yes.
Mr. Secretary, I believe you have that.
Yes, I do. So there are 2 candidates that have filed for the 2 3-year terms of office, and their names will appear on the ballot on April the 6th as follows: Mike Shamia and Megan Vetter.
Very good, thank you.
And Mr. President, before we move on, this is a time I would like to make an announcement if I could. So I just want to, Dr. Parker had mentioned Board of Education Week is next week. And again, publicly, on behalf of the administration and just the community as a whole, just your service is greatly appreciated. It's a thankless job at times. There's no pay, there's lots of hours, and we're just very appreciative to have the 7 of you and all that you do for this community and for the students and teachers and staff in Lindbergh. So thank you for your service. It's greatly, greatly appreciated. Now,
Thank you.
Mr. President, you can move. Now you can move on.
Thank you, appreciate that. We'll move to 8.0, which is special reports, cabinet updates. I guess we'll go to Brian for the Human Resources meeting.
Thank you. This time in our meeting, we went through updated COVID-19 data, and we were happy to report that data is trending in the right direction, both in the school district and in the community, so good news there. We also reviewed negotiations progress, as well as the monthly personnel report.
All right, thank you very much. And then Dr. Sparks, I think you have 3 meetings to report on this one, correct?
I do have 3 meetings. We had Technology Board Advisory, where we reviewed the district technology security assessment and looked to see where those areas of opportunity are. Dominic, in true style, focused on the things that were areas of growth as opposed to the things that we could highlight as areas of success. So definitely got some good feedback in terms of ways to move forward and continuing to support the growth of technology in the district. Teaching and learning, we focused on acceleration procedures. Tracy Bednarik, our gifted coordinator, has been working on revising those procedures, making sure that they are transparent for our families. So we got some feedback in terms of the clarity of those procedures and the information that needs to be publicly available on our website. And so that's in the process right now of being finalized. And then finally, with student life, we looked at some objectives around measuring culture within our schools, specifically in the area of equity walks and how to really define objectives. What would we see, what would we hear, in knowing that we had a culture that was supporting all of our students. And then we'll begin continuing the work in all of these areas over the course of the next few weeks.
Good stuff. Thank you both. Appreciate it. And Joelle is not in attendance with us tonight, but there was a facilities and finance meeting both. So you can visit the minutes from tonight's meeting to see a brief summary regarding both those meetings. Curriculum updates, we have none, so we'll move to 9.0, action items by consent. We have items 9.01 to 9.11. I'll ask, would anyone like to remove any item for individual consideration? Okay, hearing none. May I have a motion to approve action items 9.01 to 9.11 as presented by consent?
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Karen, second by Matt. Okay, any discussions or questions regarding these items? Okay, given that, we'll move to a roll call vote. Mike Shamia, yes. Karen Schuster?
Yes.
Matt Alonso?
Yes.
Christy Watts?
Yes.
Jennifer Miller?
Yes.
Dr. Mike Tishless? And Dr. Kathy Kolek-Lorenz?
Yes.
Okay, the motion passes 7-0. 10.0 individual action items, we have none. 11.0 reports, we did have one for the record, which is communication report, which is an annual report, I believe, from Beth and regarding the communication plan, and I'm sure you all saw that, and I believe if you have any questions, you can reach out to Beth regarding that plan.
Can I just say thanks to Beth? You do such a nice job of communicating and putting down what the plan is and just keeping everybody informed and loving the work that you do. Thanks.
Very outstanding.
And your department. I know it's not just you, your department.
Yeah. I think we all feel the same, Beth, so excellent job. We'll move to 12.0, citizen comments regarding non-agenda items. This is an opportunity for citizens to comment on non-agenda items via email, since we're not meeting in person. We will respond in writing to any comments that are forwarded following this meeting. And in this particular instance, we did have one comment forwarded to us, and we will respond to that comment. So we'll move to 13.0, which is recess. We've already conducted our executive session, so there's no need for a recess. So we can move to 15.0, which is adjournment. So may I have a motion to adjourn regular meeting 1527? Motion by Mike, second?
Second.
Second by Kathy. So we'll do a roll call vote. Mike Shimmy, yes? Karen Schuster?
Yes.
Matt Alonso?
Yes.
Kathy Collick-Lorenz?
Yes.
Yes?
Christy White? Jennifer Miller? Yes. Dr. Mike Tislis? This is usually an easy one. Dr. Mike Tislis? Okay, 7.0, Limburg Schools Board of Education, meeting number 1527 is now adjourned. And thank you for joining us.